Good morning. Hello, how you doing? So today's live is quite an important one. And it is something that I get people talking to me about all the time. This is about gear fear or kit-itis or gear equipment equipment acquisition syndrome. Basically, this is that thing where you think, oh, I can't I can't take action with video until I've got the right kit. So what I'm going to do this morning is dive into the realities and practicalities of just getting going, not worrying about the kit. Scott, you got it right. It is a big one, and it's one that people get really, really anxious about, and I totally understand why. So with video, particularly live video, but actually video of all sorts, there is a tendency, and I put my hand up here and say I am very guilty of this, of assuming that somewhere out there is a sort of perfect kit setup, a perfect camera, sound, lighting setup that's going to somehow unlock the whole the whole wonders of video creation and make it super easy and make it so that it's somehow a magic and easy process. You'll be unsurprised to learn that there is no particular kit setup that's somehow going to make things easy. You will hear this from me time and time again, and I apologize if you're somebody who's heard me say this many times, but it's worth saying many times. One of those questions that I get asked all the time is, what kit should I be using? And the answer is, and the rather unsatisfactory answer that I will often give is, whatever kit you're actually going to use. We are dictated to by a number of factors when it comes to buying equipment. The first and not the least is, sorry, I've just seen, got to acknowledge this. I thought the title said Kit Kats. I wonder why we need to be worried about the danger of Kit Kats. Well, the only danger, Helen, that I can think about with Kit Kats is when people bite it rather than break pieces off in a sort of linear way. I've seen people, and I'm sorry if the trigger warning. I've seen people, actual human beings, bite into a Kit Kat without any regard for each individual piece. Just bite into it, take a big bite out of it, going across all the different pieces. And I think that's unacceptable. So maybe, apologies if I've upset anybody there. But yeah, no, it's about the danger of kit-itis. That most insidious of diseases, which kind of says that we have to go out and have precisely the right equipment, and it can really get in the way of people taking action with video. So yeah, as Scott says, use the kit you have, make sure it all looks good, then improve the sound. Exactly. So this is it. We will start out with whatever we've got, and for most people that is going to be your mobile phone. So my mobile phone sits in this ridiculous padded case due to the fact that I have a capacity to break them very quickly. So if you have a phone, you have enough kit to get started with live video. When I started with live video, I was holding myself back because in my head I wanted it to look hello Bev, how you doing? Yes, I will reply to your PM because if you're around this afternoon, Bev, I'm actually free today. When I started out with live video, I sort of was in my head assuming that I had to make it look exactly like the uh, um, exactly like the video content I was creating. I assumed that because I was running a video company, in my head I just had to make everything look perfect straight away, and it really got in the way of me taking action with live video. Live video and pre-recorded video are not the same. They do very different things in the business, and as such you can't apply the same kind of uh, standards to it. Your end goal should be aiming towards a high quality level, but there is a journey from not doing live video to doing live video, and it doesn't have to start out looking perfect. In fact, I would say just get going. Find something to prop your phone up on. It's got a microphone in, it's got a camera, it's got everything you need to do. But what you do need to do is invest time in having a plan and working out what it is you're going to be saying when you press the go live button. But this whole kit-itis thing can be really, really infectious in some ways, because we will first of all we'll think, oh well, I've got to spend thousands on this stuff. You assume you've got to spend large quantities of money, and actually upgrading your kit doesn't have to be that expensive. You can get secondhand and used equipment. If you've got a static setup for your video, if your live video content, you're not going to be moving it around a great deal. So you don't, you can have a setup that is functional, but doesn't have to be state of the art, as long as it is generating an image and sound quality that is good enough for you to be understood and seen and heard. That is enough to start. And then as you get going over over the year, over the months, weeks and months, not necessarily years, although it can be years, you upgrade as it becomes a productive part of your marketing process. Then you can invest more time and money into it. Because if you start out with a very basic setup, and for whatever reason you find out it's not working for you in your business at that moment in time, you can back off from it without feeling guilty about having splurged big fat stacks of cash on a tech setup. So I think we feel like, unless we have the perfect setup to start with, that we can't get going with video. But that's really not the case. In fact, this live is a very, very simple one in many ways. It is just about having a pragmatic attitude towards video equipment. Ultimately, this is about communication. This is about us getting our message out to a wider audience in a way that is immediate and friendly and personality driven and all that kind of stuff, and not having a perceived right kit setup at the start can sometimes get in the way for people. Now, as you go along, as Scott highlighted, as you refine, and as your skills get better, as your understanding of the tech setup gets better, you can improve it. But don't for a minute think at the start you've somehow got to have the perfect kit setup. A perfect setup doesn't exist. I'm always tweaking and adding things to mine, and that's never going to stop. But any changes I make, any investments I make, have to significantly improve the quality in order for me to improve the quality of my lives for you guys. It's got to serve a purpose. I'm not buying kit just for the sake of it, because that is the and it's a very easy trap to fall into, particularly in the world of video, because there is no shortage of new kit. There's no shortage of new shiny things for people to kind of to buy. But take a pragmatic attitude towards it. That's my piece of advice this morning. Ignore the dangers of kit-itis. You don't need a huge kit setup at first. If you are getting going with video, just use your phone, but prop it up. Find a way to mount it correctly so that it's giving you a good image at a reasonable angle, and go from there. that's a great place to start. You do not need an all singing or dancing setup at first. It's more important you get going and work out if live video is a good fit for your business at this point in time. So that's it. I haven't really got much more to say on this topic, but what I will say is that at the moment I have got a new offer out there. So this is testimonials are a really important part of your business, and I've been doing virtual recording sessions with people, and one of the things that's come out of that is some people are using them for testimonials. So I thought, well, why don't I do a testimonial package? So from today until the end of Monday, I am doing a 2-for-1 on virtual testimonials, not on the in-person stuff, because that's a slightly, there is a, if you buy one of the packages, I think they're 359 including VAT, £359 in VAT for a virtual testimonial session with a client. So we will create a video testimonial with a client of yours in a virtual recording session. If you buy one, you get one free. So that's 2 client, so that's 2 testimonial sets, and you'll probably get between 8 and 8 or so questions are asked during that period of time. So you can generate quite a large volume of content. So it's a 2-for-1 on those. Buy one, get one free. Bog off. So that's between today and the end of Monday. Little offer out there. So if you're interested in that, ping me a message. I'm around all day. I was supposed to be out filming today, but that's been moved. So I'm kind of in the office all day today. So yeah, if that appeals, send me a message and we can get something moving. Thank you for being here. Hope that little bit of space to think about your tech setup and hopefully kind of get you thinking that it doesn't need to be perfect at first, that you can take a pragmatic attitude towards your kit is a good place to start. So I will see you probably not tomorrow because it's Saturday, Monday. I'll see you Monday. Bye bye. Thanks for being here.